Hello, Flosstube. My name is Griffin, and this is Stitching with the Griffin, Flosstube number 53. Is it 53? Yeah. It looks like it's 53. Yeah, okay. I didn't realize I'd gotten that far along with this. Let me put my notes right over here. Alright. As the title says, I have some new starts. I have 3, but I can only show you 2 because only 2 are actually related to this playlist. The other playlist, the other new start has to do with my crochet playlist. For those of you who are new here, I am Griffin. I am a fiber artist. This channel is predominantly about fiber art. Specifically the ones that I am capable of doing right now. To that end, this channel has evolved. Initially it was just about my cross stitch and my crocheting, and now it is, or my cross stitch, my embroidery, and my hand sewing, and now it has evolved. Simply because I do a lot more than just those 3 things. I crochet. I've been crocheting and cross stitching both since I was 10, and I'm 55 years old now, and so about 45 years roughly. I am by no means a master at it. Do not claim to be a master at it. Don't care if I ever do become a master at it. I enjoy what I do, and other people enjoy what I do, so there you have it. So for this particular playlist, for the video that you are watching, it is all about cross stitch, it is about my embroidery, and it is about my hand sewing. I have an embroidery project I have not worked on for a little while. That will change. Pardon me, I've just finished breakfast. And I got something stuck in my tooth. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hand embroidery. I do have an embroidery. It's not hand. Yeah. Anyway, I have an embroidery project. I have not worked on that. Will change. I will be attempting to frog the section. I did not. I might frog it. I might leave it. I don't know. And then just change and do what I want on the rest of it. Trying not to talk too fast, but I am getting ready to go to work. Got my Michael's shirt on. I work at Michael's, but they do not sponsor me. And I don't want them to sponsor me. I like my job, love my job. But I don't want, at this point, I don't want anyone saying I have to do a certain thing, or say a certain thing, or promote a certain thing. I promote what I want. And I do what I want. It's my channel. Anyway, so if you're new here, as I said, please, thank you. Please and thank you for showing up and spending a little bit of time with me. I try not to be overly long with my videos, usually about half an hour or so. That will change as I become more technologically advanced. I am pretty raw right now. Don't have a lot of tech. Don't have a lot of room for a lot of tech, as you can see. Yeah. But anyway, for those of you who are returning, welcome back. As always, feel free, everyone, to like what you see if you like it, don't like it if you don't like it, comment either way it goes, as long as you're polite about it. I do, I read the comments and I try to answer as many as possible. There was a comment left that I don't remember if I actually answered it or not. It's been a rough month. If I didn't answer it in the last video, I'm going to answer it this time, so I know for sure I did answer it. I was asked if I had a loss, and I have had a loss, and a personal loss, and the relationship that I had with that person was horrible. yet I had still clung to hope that it would be, that I would be reconciled with that person, and it did not happen. And so I am not grieving their passing so much as I am grieving the lost opportunity to, have, I don't know what I'm going to say here. It's a very complicated situation. Well, not really. But it's a very personal situation, so I don't really want to go into it. I am still not processing very well the whole situation. I still don't have really the words to express how I feel or anything about this loss. Sorry, my phone is going off. So, if at times you see me pausing or struggling, it is just bear with me. I am making it till I make it. That is my motto, and has been my motto for quite some time in a many situation. In fact, most of my life has been fake it till you make it. But yeah, we will get started on what you came here to see, which is cross stitching. And I have a new start. It is one that I have talked to you folks about before, and it is one that I am finally able to do. This is from Modern Folk Embroidery. Let me see if I can pull the image up. This is Modern Folk Embroidery's Let's Be Kind. And my glare is just the most horrible thing in the world. There we go. That's about as best I can. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. This is a freebie by Modern Folk Embroidery. The main artist there is Jacob DeGraff, and I believe this is one of his. It's done in red work on white Aida. I will not be doing that. He does encourage folks to do their own colors, pick their own fabrics and all that. He just provides very beautiful charts, and this is one of them. Now, if you'll pardon me, I gotta get it out. This is on a hoop. I know, shocking, right? But the reason for that is because I'm going to hoop finish this, and this particular hoop is not the one that I'm going to be finishing it on. It's just one that I grabbed so that I would have an idea of where it is. Now, I love this fabric. It is stiff. It's a hand-dyed fabric, and it is stiff for being a hand-dyed fabric. Oops, sorry. But I don't mind that. Normally, I stitch in hand. Sorry, I'm talking to the fabric. Normally, I stitch in hand, but for this piece, because I am doing a hoop finish, I wanted to go ahead and do as much as I could in the hoop, because I don't want to remove it. Now, for this particular one, I am going to paint the hoop that I'm actually going to frame this in. So once it's painted, I'll be switching frames. I'll be switching hoops. The fabric that I'm doing this on is 18 count. Let me see if I still have the tag on here. Nope. Don't have the tag on here. Anyway, it is, for all intents and purposes, 18 count Aida done in yellow submarine by Stitchman Darcy. And it is a beautiful, oh look, that is as close to what it actually is supposed to look like, or what it does look like. It is a little bit lighter yellow than what it is in real life, but you can see the beautiful modeling. It is stiff. I mean, it's holding its crease, you know, it folds very nicely. But at the same time, it is flexible enough for me to be able to use. It is not scratchy. This fabric is just amazing. It is not serged, but as you can see, I am not, because of the way that I stitch, I am not getting any kind of, what is it? The threads aren't pulling away. So I am very happy with this, but this is this, and I am using DMC. I gotta undo this again. I'm using a satin. Never used a satin thread before, and it's an adventure. Not as bad as metallic. It feathers on the edges, and sorry, I've got it wrapped around the paper, the thing. It is S820, and it is, ooh, that's a good view of it right there. It's a very satiny blue, and it's a darker blue than what's on there, but that's there you go. That's pretty good. And on here it comes that you don't really see the satin, but I think that's more my color than the lighting in here or something. But I still think that looks really good on this yellow. And so I basically have done the outside frame. Let me pull it up again. So I've done the outside border. God, you really can't see it on here. The outside border, and then the inside frame where the words go. And the reason why I did that is because I needed to spend more time on the magic of books. Last time, 2 weeks ago, I spent most of my time working on the companion piece. Well, working on Minerva, knockoff Minerva, and did not spend enough time, I felt, on the magic of books. So this is all I am doing, or all I have done this past week, is this part. Now, when I do it again, when I work on it again, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this top piece or do the middle piece first. I'm doing these in 3 different sections. I am not rushing this because with that satin, it does take some time, and like I said, if I use it, if the piece is too long and it goes constantly through, metallics end up breaking. This satin ends up feathering on the ends, and it makes it hard to get it to lay down properly in there. And I have been trying my hardest to make sure that all of the stitches lay down properly so that everything looks smooth and pretty. And I mean, I like the way it's coming out. I am not going to show you a close-up of it because you may not be able to see it because of the dark color. If you saw it in person, you'd probably go, but I don't think that I think I've done a really good job of making sure everything laid down properly. I did watch a video. I want to say it was Sarah Humphrey, but it may not have been. It may have been another one where they show how to get your threads laid down. There's a couple of different ways you can do it to get your threads to lay down flat and look pretty. And I mean, I've been doing this for 45 years. I like the way it is, the way I've done it. I never saw anything wrong with it, but I have noticed a time or two that, yeah, my threads don't lay down flat. And as I'm getting older, I am getting pickier. I mean, I'm not going to say that my stitches were all over the place. I just didn't pay that much attention to it. I worked it, and if it didn't look right to me, I frogged it and reworked it and went on. But if there was just one out of a row of 40, I'm not going to go back and fix it. It's just how I did. I would fix it as I go along, and if it didn't look bad to me, you know, I do it, and I've never had any complaints from anybody for my stitching. So anyway, enough about that. Now, so that was my new start, one of my new starts for this week, and I'm very happy I finally got to it. I've been talking about it for a while, but I finally got a chance to do it. I am incredibly happy about that. Now, the next one I've got going on is The Magic of Books by Charting Creations. The artist for this is in Northup. I'm on page 3, so I'm up here in this area. If you've been following me along, we did this. Well, actually, I'm right in here, right next to the balloons, but right here. And I have not gone down into the book yet. That's the next row of pages. I'm right here on page 3. And I decided to change up the way I was doing it. I was doing 10 by 10 blocks, and I was filling in all the blocks and then going on, and then I was doing a row or I was doing a column, but I was still doing basically 10 by 10 blocks and just going there. And I decided this time I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pick a color and go with it. So I picked a color and went with it. And I am not done with this week's color, or with the color I chose. There's quite a bit of it, but this is where I've gotten. This is being done. This is I'm sorry. Be Kind, Let's Be Kind is being done 2/1 full cross on the 18 count Aida, yellow Aida, or the Aida yellow Submarine by Stitchman Darcy. This one is a 16 count natural Aida that I bought at the store, and it's 2/1 full cross, being done in DMC colors, the called for DMC, and this is what it looks like. Let's get it over here. I don't care if my face shows, but apparently the algorithm does. So anyway, you can see I've done quite a bit. Oh, silly me. I do have a picture. Either I forget to take them or I forget to show them. How's that for, you know, up on things? Okay, I did take a picture of this. Let me pull it up. Where'd it go? Okay. I had just started and I had to make myself stop to take the picture, so I have a thread. But that's what it looked like last time you saw it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Go back and watch 51 and you'll know for sure where I left off. I believe that that's where I left off though. But either way it goes, done quite a bit of work. All this up in here, there, I've outlined 2 butterflies or moths, whatever they are, whatever this little guy is, and there's another one over here, and yes, I left some thread because I'm still working on this. But yeah, down in here, and now I'm moving over into this, so it will be coming down. I can't show you on this because it's not a good spot. I mean, you can't really see where it's coming down, but it's just going to come down at a diagonal and end right about in here somewhere, and then I'll start on the next color and fill in the majority of this because it's all one color. I mean, these are big swaths, big sections of color, and I felt like I could get more done, or at least I wouldn't be bored with doing the same old, and I'm not. As you can see, I got a lot in. I don't count my stitches, but if I had to guesstimate, I think that in the past 3 or 4 days that I worked on that, I probably put in about 1,000 stitches. Maybe a little bit more. But I'm guesstimating that that's what I did. So, those are the 2 projects that I did this week. And as I told you in the beginning, I keep these fairly short. This section here is the end of my cross-stitching and fiber art discussions. I do not have any shout-outs that I can see. No shout-outs. I have 3 books to discuss, or to talk about a little bit, and then I have my other new start. So, if all you care about is the stitching, I will see you next week for another round. Next week I will be discussing my progress on Nursery. I plan on catching up on all of the back stitching in the border before I get overwhelmed, and then I will finish this area in here because I have all the baby chicks and the mother hen to do, plus the background areas, the nest and the grass and stuff. So what I want to do is get all the back stitching done first, all the way up to here in the border, and then that may take me a week or 2 to do. I don't know how long it actually will take, but I plan on working on that. I also plan on working on cardinal points. I am down here, so I'm still working in the border area, and so I'll be starting on this bottom section here. I'll put the dragonfly in, and then do this bottom section. And if I get that done before the time for the next video, I will start putting in the stuff in the middle, the vines and the little bitty leaves and stuff that go in between here, the stems, not the vines, but the stem. Yeah, I guess it's like a, anyway, this section in here in the very middle part, which you can barely see, but yeah, that pulls together everything in the border and makes it all look a lot more cohesive. So I will be doing those. And that's it. So I will see you guys next week. If you are wanting to see more of my little extra content, we're starting now. I have a new start. This is something we're selling at work. It's for Halloween, and it is a diamond art piece. And it's by the Maker brand, so it's one of Michael's in-house. I think they're selling right now for $14.99. It may be going on sale soon. I'm getting it because it's Black Cat, for one, but also because these eyes glow in the dark. And I am so excited to be able to do that. It does come with its finishing pieces, so there's going to be pieces of wood here and a piece of wood down here, so I can just hang it as is, so it'll be fully finished when it'll be finished. I don't know if I'm going to fully finish it, but I think I will because I want to have it up for Halloween. But I am excited. There's a lot of black in here, and so that's going to take me a little while. And I'm sorry because I still have the protective cover on it. I am getting a glare, but that's what it looks like. So I hope that you guys will join me for that little journey. I am very, very excited about that. What else? Oh, I have some books to review. The Witcher Saga, Book 1. I know that a lot of people like these. I thought the one that I was getting was the graphic novel. It's not. It is a compilation of short stories that are not even properly laid out, I guess. It's just one story, one short, like very short thing, and then it goes to another, and it goes to another, and I can't tell if this one's before this one or this one's after this one because there's no real timeline. There's nothing to really, show. But like in the very beginning, he talks about Yennefer, or he's thinking about Yennefer, but yet I know from watching the television series, he doesn't meet Yennefer until later on. And then it's these fight scenes or these little, these little vignette scenes, and they're all over the place, and I did not like it. This one was done, it was put together by Sapkowski. I can't say his first name. I will write down his name, but it was book 1. I think I got 10% of the way in. I'm reading it on Kindle, so it tells me how far I'm getting. So I got about 10% of the way in, and I was like, no. The fight scenes are great. His interactions with people, very good. But it's the way the whole thing is laid out. So it's like it jumps around. I can't do that. I don't want to do that because it just confuses the hell out of me. Because like I said, there's no timeline. It just kind of jumps around. And it's the opening story is about Yennefer. Or, he's thinking about Yennefer. Okay. And they don't tell you who Yennefer is. It's just he's thinking about Yennefer. What Haunts Me by Margaret Millmone? I'll write it out. Very, very good horror. It is kind of young adult, but not. Very good writing, very good character development. Not a lot of gratuitous gore. I don't think I saw any. It was pretty good. It was really good, and it is part of a series. This is, I believe, is book 1. There's What Haunts Me, What Hunts Me, several others also going around the way. So it is like a murder mystery type thing, but also a horror thing. So I really enjoyed that. Horror is my first love. I do like murder mysteries, but horror is my first love. And speaking of that, beware the Boogerman. Yes, not Bogeyman, not Bogey or Boogie. It's Boogerman. And this is by D. Glenn Casey. Now, I put 3 stars on What Haunts Me because I think that it was just, the writing was a little simplistic to me. The Boogerman is a young adult, so I got 3 stars because it could have been scarier. It was pretty decent, but they put levity in there with it, so it was more like watching an episode of Supernatural in the later years, where they offset some of the horror with levity, but then it wasn't like, to me it didn't really make sense, I guess. I mean, they had a hellhound, and spoilers, they have a hellhound whose normal or abnormal form is a dachshund, a wiener dog. But at the full moon, he suddenly erupts into this giant, slobbering, Rottweiler looking, or gigantic Rottweiler, maybe, I don't, whatever the size of a hellhound is supposed to be. He's into a hellhound. And I'm like, really? Really? Because the other 2 hounds, who are, quote unquote, hellhounds, though they're more like hound dogs, are afraid of him. Are there different levels of hellhounds? Like there's different levels of devils and demons? Don't know. But that's the first time I'd ever come across that, so I was like, that's weird. But it was, overall it was good. It was good. I think it could have been scarier, but apparently it wasn't meant for adults who don't scare easy. So those are the 3 books that I have to that I'm braiding today. Got the diamond art thing there to go, and that's about it. Not related to this playlist, but related to the other playlist. I do have whips and that are going on, and I will be doing some work on them today after work. I just started a new project because I've got one project getting ready to close out. I'll probably finish that today. So I should have a finished product to show you in September, because I'm only doing the Crochet Fun playlist once a month, because I don't have that much time to actually sit down and crochet. I cross stitch a lot more. Okay, but that's it, and I don't know what else to tell you. I'm trying not to get too long. I will have two fully finished objects next week also. I finally finished out 2 of my smalls, so you'll get to see those. And but that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. I hope that you'll subscribe to me. If you don't, that's great. I mean, it is what it is. But hopefully I will see you next week. See you on the flip side. Bye.